The ominous bell echoed through the empty hallways as I made my way to school for an evening event. The sun had set, leaving the campus cloaked in shadows. The deserted corridors, usually bustling with life, felt eerily silent, with only the distant hum of flickering fluorescent lights breaking the stillness. My footsteps echoed, creating an unsettling cadence that resonated with the oppressive atmosphere. As I reached the main building, a cold gust of wind rattled the windows, and the flickering lights cast dancing shadows that seemed to linger and watch. Unease settled in the pit of my stomach, a subtle premonition that something was amiss. The event was scheduled in the old auditorium, a cavernous space that had witnessed decades of performances and gatherings. The moment I stepped through the creaking doors, a chill ran down my spine. The air inside was thick with a sense of foreboding, as if the very walls held the whispers of countless stories. The auditorium was dimly lit, the flickering stage lights casting long, distorted shadows that danced across the empty seats. As I took a seat in the back row, an unsettling hush enveloped the room, amplifying the creaks and groans of the old building. I tried to dismiss the growing unease as mere nerves, attributing it to the eerie ambience of the deserted school after hours. As the event unfolded on stage, the atmosphere took a sinister turn. The once vibrant energy of the auditorium seemed to wane, replaced by a tangible sense of dread. In the dim light, I caught glimpses of shadowy figures flitting across the stage, their presence barely noticeable but undeniably haunting. Whispers, soft and barely audible, filled the air. It wasn't the hushed chatter of an audience, but a dissonant symphony of spectral voices that seemed to converge in the shadows. I strained to understand the words, but they remained elusive, a macabre melody that sent shivers down my spine. Attempting to dispel my growing unease, I decided to explore the backstage area during a break. The narrow corridors behind the stage felt claustrophobic, their darkness swallowing the feeble glow of my flashlight. Unexplained noises echoed through the labyrinthine passages, and the air seemed to thicken with an unnatural chill. As I navigated the backstage maze, a glimpse of movement caught my eye. I turned to see a fleeting shadow, a silhouette that melted into the darkness. Panic gripped me as I quickened my pace, the rhythmic thud of my heart drowning out all other sounds. The backstage area seemed to expand and contract, its dimensions shifting with each turn. The sense of being watched intensified, and a chilling whisper echoed through the narrow corridors, now filled with an otherworldly resonance. The ghostly voices seemed to tell tales of forgotten tragedies, their narratives interwoven with the very fabric of the old building. In a sudden crescendo of terror, the backstage lights flickered and died. The darkness became suffocating, and an unseen force seemed to close in around me. Panic set in as I stumbled through the blackness, desperately seeking an exit. Suddenly, the stage lights flared back to life, revealing the empty auditorium bathed in an ethereal glow. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, leaving me disoriented and breathless. I found myself back in my seat, the event on stage continuing as if nothing had happened. The rest of the evening passed in a surreal blur, the haunting whispers and shadowy figures lingering in the recesses of my mind. As I left the school, the empty hallway seemed to watch me, and the distant echoes of spectral voices followed me into the night. The once familiar school had become a realm of unsettling mysteries, leaving me to wonder if the tales of the haunted auditorium were more than mere legend. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an ethereal glow over the abandoned school campus. I was there on a dare, prompted by the chilling tales that circulated among students about the old, decrepit building that stood at the edge of town. Legends of ghostly apparitions haunted hallways, and a mysterious tragedy that had befallen the school decades ago fueled the ominous reputation. I approached the rusted gate, its hinges groaning in protest as I pushed it open. The school loomed before me, its windows shattered and doors hanging ajar. The air felt thick with the weight of unseen eyes, and a cold breeze whispered through the desolate corridors. As I stepped into the school, the echo of my footsteps reverberated through the empty halls. Moonlight filtered through broken windows, casting eerie patterns on the peeling wallpaper. I could almost feel the building's history, a silent witness to tales of bygone students who once roamed these haunted hallways. The legend spoke of a forbidden basement, hidden away and sealed off from the prying eyes of the living. My curiosity, tinged with trepidation, led me deeper into the bowels of the school. The air grew colder as I descended, the flickering light of my flashlight revealing dust-covered lockers and forgotten artifacts of a time long past. As I ventured further, a distant sound caught my attention, a faint murmur that seemed to echo through the labyrinthine corridors. Whispers, soft and indecipherable, surrounded me. The walls seemed to absorb the spectral voices, amplifying the disconcerting symphony that filled the stagnant air. The legends had mentioned a ghostly presence, a spirit that roamed the school in search of something lost. A chill ran down my spine as I turned a corner and found myself facing a shadowy figure. The apparition's form was indistinct, its features obscured by the ethereal glow that surrounded it. It seemed to beckon, urging me to follow. Driven by an inexplicable force, I pursued the ghostly figure through the haunted halls. The whispers grew louder, their haunting words weaving a tale of tragedy and despair. I stumbled upon an old classroom, its door hanging open as if inviting me inside. The room was frozen in time, its desks and chairs arranged in perfect order. A cold breeze swept through, extinguishing the feeble flame of my flashlight. In the darkness, the ghostly figure materialized before me, its hollow eye staring into the depths of my soul. The room filled with the anguished wails of unseen voices, and the temperature plummeted. The apparition's form contorted, revealing the pain of a tormented soul. The whispers coalesced into a mournful chorus, recounting the harrowing tale of a tragedy that had unfolded within these very walls. As the ghostly voices reached a crescendo, the room seemed to warp and twist. Shadows danced on the walls, and a piercing scream echoed through the haunted corridors. The oppressive energy became unbearable, and I stumbled backward, desperate to escape the spectral spectacle. In a heartbeat, the apparition vanished, leaving me alone in the abandoned classroom. The whispers subsided, and the air gradually regained its stillness. Trembling, I retraced my steps, the legends now etched into my memory as a cautionary tale of the haunted school. As I emerged from the decrepit building, the moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the deserted campus. The legends had come to life, and the haunted school had revealed its ghostly secrets. The chilling whispers and phantom apparitions lingered in the air, ensuring that the tales of the spectral school would endure in the hearts of those who dare to explore its haunted halls.